I think it was Marge Simpson's bowling instructor that once said, better than the deed, better than the memory, the moment of anticipation. And I've got that feeling today as I'm getting all my stuff ready to go out on a road trip. Next week we're heading to Iceland, which is Northern Europe's only volcanic hotspot. Land of lava fields, glaciers, waterfalls, black sand beaches, aurora borealis hopefully, more waterfalls, and pretty much amazing endless scenery whichever way you look. So a trip like this does call for a fair bit of tech, as I want to capture things from above, below and all around me as I go around. So I thought I'd actually just go through today what I do before I'm heading out on a trip like this, to make sure I've got all the equipment I want and haven't left anything behind. So for this trip I'm taking two drones. I'm taking the Mavic 2 Pro and also the Mavic Air as a bit of a backup, or if I'm going out hiking or walking anywhere. I'm also taking the GoPro with its little tripod. Hopefully it's got a very wide angle lens, so hopefully if I'm pointing it up I can capture those starry skies and hopefully some northern lights as well if they're out playing for us. Also the DJI Osmo Pocket and its tripod mount. And I've also got this special little cable which I'll be going through in another video. It's basically an extension cable so that I can attach it to the Osmo Pocket like that, and then attach my phone to it like that and actually control it separately without having to dangle my phone right against the Osmo Pocket. So I'll see how I get on with that. I've only just got that, I haven't had a chance to test it out yet. So once you've decided what equipment it is you're going to take, I know it might be stating the obvious, but you want to just go through a little checklist to make sure you don't leave any components behind you. First off, if it's a DJI drone, you know as well as I do, they do love their firmware updates. So make sure you switch them on and make sure that the firmware is as up to date as it can be. You don't want to be trying to upload a new firmware package when you're out in the field. And the main things for all the components, stating the very obvious: batteries, make sure they're fully charged. Remember, the DJI batteries often go into a discharge after about 10 days of not being used. Happens to the best of us. Had mates who turned up at the London Olympics. We had our one day out and their camera was flat, and they only found out when they actually got into the stadium. So double check the batteries and make sure all of them are nicely charged. Next, the real fun one, of course, that has caught me out a few times is the SD card. You take it out the last time you have flown, chucked it into your laptop and you forget to put it back in. So make sure you've got your SD card in there, and it's actually a really useful tip to always keep a little spare SD card inside one of your cases, just in case you do actually get out there and forget it. You can never have too many SD cards, in my opinion. Next thing, if you're going to be away for more than a couple of days, obviously the chargers. Very easy to forget because you're charging everything up and then you pack everything into your suitcase and you actually forget to unplug the charger and pack it away with you. So don't forget the charger. And if you're doing a road trip like we are, get a car charger so you can charge up on the go as well. It's the difference between running out of battery and heading back to the hotel at the end of the day, or carrying on and getting that extra shot. And another really useful thing for me anyway is a small travel laptop. It's good to be able to see what you've been taking, but it's also good to be able to unload everything that you've shot during the day, download it onto the laptop, and that way you've got it backed up straight away. And if you are taking your laptop, you also want to try and get a couple of these little boys, which are these little USB sticks that you can plug in and leave. 256 gigs now. It's another extra bit of storage that's going to be another backup for you if you like. Remember, if you're shooting quite a bit of 4K video, very easily to run up hundreds of gigs, if not a full terabyte of data before you know it. And finally, cases. Don't be tempted to leave all the cases at home to try and save space. It's all too easy to bash things up and scratch things when you're clambering to get everything into a suitcase. You can only get nice slimline cases for pretty much most of the stuff that you get. That isn't going to take up too much extra space. If you really do find yourself stuck without a case, again, rather than allowing it to scratch, even a sock works as a fantastic little protector. Literally, this is quite funny, isn't it, really? So tech inside a sock is not going to get scratched in my books. And of course, last thing, if you are taking your drones, do not forget to clip your gimbal guard in place. Again, it's quite easy to forget, and that's actually how I damaged my Mavic Pro when I was traveling in the US a couple of years ago. It was all nicely safe and protected inside the case, but of course the case itself got thrown about when I was putting it on the overhead luggage storage, and by the time I got to the USA, unfortunately the gimbal wasn't working anymore, and that's why I had to buy another drone when I was out there, which was not the best thing I had to do that day. If If you are flying on a plane, I did a video a couple of weeks ago on the rules for taking LiPo batteries on board. I'll put the link up there so you can just check that out. It's very straightforward, but the main thing is to pack everything in your hand luggage so that you carry it onto the aircraft yourself. No problem going through X-ray, they've all seen it before, and that way you're keeping it on your person and it's not stored in the hold. Anyway, that's about it. Having fun packing, as I said, it's all good fun, looking forward to a big trip. Hopefully I'll be able to put some updates whilst I'm actually out there on the road. If any of you have been to Iceland before, drop me a line, either put a comment below or just send me an email directly at ian@ianinlondon.com. It'd be great to get any tips that you've got, and it's always great to hear from you anyway. So anyway, that's the plan. Hopefully I'll get some pretty good photos and video over the next 10 days. And as ever, until next time, have fun, happy flying. Cheers.